This is hands-on exercise number 3 of chapter 4, and in this particular hands-on exercise we're going to talk about table manipulation, really including sorting and filtering. What we're going to do is we're going to sort on one field, we'll sort using multiple fields, we'll apply text filters, we'll apply number filters, and apply date filters. Keep in mind we're working with the Reed Furniture Store, and if you remember back, we have 104 records. We used to have 109 and we got rid of some of the duplicates, and now we're down to 104 records. Now let's see what we can do here with sorting and filtering. Let's go to the last name, so it's C5 and the little drop down menu next to that, and let's go ahead and sort A to Z. That puts the data, all 104 records, into order, ascending order by last name. Damaris, Gallagher, Grunwald, Sardellis. So we've got those sorted. Now if I came over to any other column and sorted, we would lose the last name sort field and we would gain whatever sort we wanted to over there. So for example, if I go to the amount of the transaction and I sort largest to smallest, well, it's sorted now, but I've lost the last name sort. So that's sorting by one field. What's more valuable is, and what we might see a little more commonly, is sorting by multiple fields. So we're going to move over to the Data tab across the top, and now we're going to sort by multiple fields. First thing that we're going to do is click on this word sort, and it's going to allow us to sort by multiple fields. We want to do pay type, so I'm going to change where it says amount. I'm going to put pay type, and then it says values, and it's Z to A. I want to change that to A to Z. So I'm sorting in ascending order by pay type. Then I'm going to click on add level. I'm going to go to transaction type from this drop down menu, values, and I'm going to do A to Z as well. Then I'm going to click add level, and I'll click amount. And in this one we're going to do largest to smallest. So the top values are going to appear at the top. So now if we look at this sort before we run it, we're doing payment type A to Z. There's two types of payments, finance or paid in full. So what's going to happen here when we run this sort, all the finance records will be at the top, all the paid in full records will be at the bottom. The second sort field is transaction type, and we're doing it in ascending order. We have two transaction types, promotion and standard. So what's going to happen is all of the finance promotions will be first, all of the finance standards will be second, paid in full promotion first, after that, and paid in full standard at the bottom. Then we're going to go by amount. So it's going to be finance promotion with the top dollar amounts, then finance standard with the top dollar amounts. Paid in full promotion, top dollar amounts first, paid in full standard, top dollar amounts first. So that's what's going to happen when we have our three sort field on payment type, transaction type, and amount. Let's go ahead and click OK. And that's exactly what we see. We see all of the finance promotions first, with the largest transactions at the top and then the smallest transactions at the bottom. When we get down to row 41, that's when the first time we see our finance standard with the top transactions or the highest dollar amount transactions. Then we get the paid in full promotions and the paid in full standards. So that's what happens, and that's how we do a multiple field sort. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and filter this data that we just sorted, and we're going to do text filters, number filters, and date filters. Keep in mind that we're starting with 104 records, and let's see where we end up at the end. We're going to go to the sales last name filter arrow, and we are going to hit select all. When I hit select all, everything is actually deselected, and we are only interested in the Gallagher records. So I'm checking the Gallagher check mark, and I'll hit OK. We have gone from 104 records, as you can see down here, to 33 records. Okay. Notice that when we've done the filtering, I get a little funnel next to sales last name. When we did the sorting, you can see over here, we sorted payment type in ascending order, transaction type in ascending order. We have the upward arrows. And down here we have amount in descending order, and we have the downward arrow there. So just by looking at the fields very quickly, I can see that they are sorted because they have the arrows, and I can tell which direction they've been sorted in. Well, same is true over here. We can tell that we have filtered on sales last name. Let's go ahead to the department, and we're going to do some filtering there. We will click select all to deselect everything, and then we're going to click on the dining room and hit OK. Keep in mind, we had 104 records. We now have 15 of those 104 left. Also keep in mind, when we did the filtering, these turned blue. Our row headings turned blue to indicate that we had done a filter. So now I have filtered by last name in department. I've sorted by payment type, transaction type, and amount. Let's go ahead and learn about doing number filters next. We're going to go to the amount. Okay, and we're going to do, notice that we have a variety of things that we can do. We can individually select these, or if we go to number filters, we can do something like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, between. We're going to do greater than or equal to, and our transactions are going to be 5,000 or more. So I'm putting 5,000 in the box. Again, we've now gone from 104 records to 5. We've done 2 text filters, one on department, one on last name, and we did a filter, a number filter on amount. Let's keep going and do one date filter, and then we're done with this hands-on exercise. Let's go to the transaction date. We'll apply a date filter there, and we're going to do between 2 dates. It says the first one is after or equal to, and we're going to type in March 16th, 2016, or 3/16/2016 to the end of the month, which will be 3/31/2016. So it's going to pick up both of these dates and every date in between. We'll hit OK. And notice now we're down to only those dates that are between the 16th and the 31st. Only just Jade Gallagher records, only dining room records, and sorted in ascending order by payment type and transaction type, and descending order by amount. So that's our little module, our little hands-on exercise on sorting and filtering.